So the question a lot of people are asking these days is, should I buy or should I rent? Like, when it comes to cars, when it comes to houses, when it comes to even office spaces. I mean, this is our new office block. We've only had it a few months. And, you know, it depends what your outcome is. What is it that you're actually looking to do with all of this stuff? So let's say, for example, if you're looking to invest in property for the long run and you're wanting to invest in these assets, you're wanting to buy and then you're wanting to let it out and create some sort of cash flow, then I guess buying is your thing. But as a rule of thumb, you know, a lot of the time when you're like, let's say getting cars or even just starting businesses, a lot of the things you're actually better off just letting and renting. Because at the end of the day, one basic principle that I learned from my dad, because my dad was a great entrepreneur, you know, so I was fortunate. While growing up, I got to learn a lot of these skills from him. And so one of the things is like understanding when you take a big chunk of money and you put it down onto a building or a business or a car, what you're doing essentially is you're creating what we call dead money. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's say, for example, you have spent a lot of time building up some savings, and then let's say you've got 50K or 100K. Now you take that 50K and you put, or that 100K, and then you put it into buying something, whether it's buying a car, buying a building, buying whatever, right? Now, although you can say, oh yeah, I own the building belongs to me, but now you're 50K short. And that 50K, especially if you're gonna be living inside of it, is not really gonna be generating any money for you. It's gonna be like fixed there. It's pretty much dead. Now, put it this way, okay? Let's say, for example, if you had 50K again, and instead of doing that, and I decide that, okay, I'm gonna just either rent this building, rent this house, or lease hire a car, right? What happens is, let's say I put like 5K down, or even just 3K down, I'm freeing up that 30K. Now, what do I do with the 30K? Now, this is the thing. If you actually haven't got any plans with your money and you have just too much money, right? I don't know how many of you actually watching this video have too much money, but if you have too much money and you don't want to do anything with your money, then okay, put it in as dead money. But if you have an entrepreneurial mindset and you're always thinking of leverage, right? The key word is leverage. How can you actually leverage? Take, let's say, that 50K, right? Use 5K to lease or hire or do whatever you want to do with that money. Then you take the remainder of the money, that 30K, and then you actually invest it into an asset that is actually generating some sort of cash flow, whether that be some sort of business. Now you can invest in multiple businesses, right? Or even if you take loans out to start businesses, now with that 30K, you can put 10K down on each business, take a loan, and start multiple businesses to get multiple streams of income. So a lot of the time, it's about, you know, making that decision. Hey, what is the smartest way to use my money right now? And I always think that when you lock a large sum of cash down on one thing, it's never the smartest way. And people always say, oh, Eric, but you know, I don't want to take loans and get myself into debt and all this type of stuff. But as Robert Kiyosaki always talks about, there's a big difference between good debt and bad debt, right? Bad debt is if you're gonna like take some money out, borrow some money to buy a new TV that isn't gonna generate you some income, right? But if you're gonna actually take a borrowing from bank, borrowing from friends, borrowing from family, but then with that money, what you're actually doing is you're actually like using it to actually invest into some assets, some income producing vehicles. If it's to do that, then obviously that's the choice to make, you know? And so that's your smartest decision. You look at the most wealthiest people out there, although they have the money, you look at Richard Branson. Although he's a billionaire, still when he starts a new venture, he uses other people's money, right? He finds investors. That's called leverage. So it's very important to start getting money smart and not thinking, oh, I need to own it. Because at the end of the day, like, what good is it owning it? Like how does that make you feel any better, you know? Because you feel like, oh, it's yours, but you've got no cash flow, right? So guys, I think I'm just gonna finish off there today. If this video has been of any use to you whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, right? I just thought today, do something a little bit different. Go for a walk and talk and tell me if you, maybe comment below, let us know if you actually enjoyed the walk and talk or you want more of these walk. Let's check out this Ferrari, oh yes, leased, leased. You lease, right? So anyway, yeah, comment below, let us know if you enjoyed this, let us know where you guys have tuned in from, it's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable, to make it your best year yet. But for now guys, ciao.